This is Live Prepper here. And preppers often feel cornered. And it's for many different reasons. Whether we're newbies or been doing it for years or whatever different levels we are or what type of prepper you are, you feel uncomfortable in many situations. And you begin, at first, you want to talk about it. Like, look, wow, I'm doing this. But then you start getting the looks. And then you begin to kind of withdraw from people in many situations. You just get where you really don't talk about it as much. I think that's the way a lot of preppers feel, because especially when things pop up on the news and they talk about, well, he was a prepper or he was a survivalist or they was militant or she was this or she lived off the grid, and they really don't have us in a good point of view on these things in many cases. Now, my friend Tammy Brown says that they are doing more positive point things on TV shows and things in that area, and that is good in that aspect. But is it really truly changing people's minds about people who choose to prep? I'm a basic prepper. A basic prepper is someone who does not feel that I need to have 10 years worth of food stocked up. A basic prepper feels more about learning how to live off the land, how to survive with their basic needs, from cooking to clothing to things in that area, to figuring that I need this amount of food to get me started, but I do possess the knowledge how to harvest my own plants if I need to be, how to hunt my own game if I need to be. A basic prepper realizes that 10 years of food is not going to do them any good if somebody comes in and takes every bit of that 10-year food. A basic prepper basically learns how to can their own food and make their own jellies and things in that area, and learning from making their own soaps. That's what many of the basic preppers are. It's just everyday, what used to be called the days of farming and things of that, what our kinfolks did in the old days as an everyday basic life, is what a basic prepper is. Now, there's different types. Now, a lot of them don't talk much about their guns and things like that. And then you get some of them on the Facebooks and on these groups, and they're just bragging about the latest weapon. Look what I got. Well, that's fine if you really want to talk about it. But for every 100 that's out there posting and talking about the latest ammunition or the latest guns they've got, also you've got that small percentage that don't talk about it at all. They're your neighbors that you don't realize that are preppers. And they did their newbie mistakes and they talked about things too much, and they begin to feel cornered, feeling pressured, because people say, well, I know who I want to come to when things happen. So we feel cornered when we talk about things too much. We're like, well, I know where I'm going. Shoot, good old Joan here, she's good about putting up stuff. She reads books all the time. She brings them to work with her, and she's doing stuff on her phone and on her computer. She's got that YouTube site. I know where I'm going. I'm going to her house to be taken care of in a situation like that. And that's why a lot of preppers don't always talk about things much anymore. Now, I'm not much on politics. I'm not much on getting too much into religious crazy stuff. Now, I don't have my TV on at all. Don't want it on. I lost interest in having my TV on. If I want to watch something, I'll watch it on my computer. Don't bother me to catch an episode a year later. Don't bother me at all. I catch what news there is at work. I catch what news is in the paper. I catch what news I hear from other people. But in a true SHTF situation or a WROL situation, if it happens, you ain't going to need the news. You're going to see people out there freaking out. You ain't going to have to worry about that news. So no, I don't care to see gloom and doom all the time. And I don't like getting tied up into the politics debate and all that. I just really don't. Because when things happen, things are going to happen. And it ain't going to matter who was in office, who is this or who is that in a situation like that. But preppers feel cornered. They really truly do. They try to share their knowledge with people. They try to share the information with the people. And there is those people who do accept these people who are preppers in that situation. They accept them for who they are, and they have no problems with it. But there is those that do. And unfortunately, TV, the news, the media of all types has also put a damper on many things in the lifestyle preppers and survivalists. But there is also those who has put it also in a positive point of view as they've stepped back and looked at how they're having to survive and live. The cost of living is going up every day more and more. But in reality, preppers do feel cornered. They feel with the government's tightening down on the gun laws because you got some crazy out there doing something or other. They're trying to fix it where when you have gun shows, you're going to have to apply for these shotguns and rifles that's probably 40, 50, 100 years old or whatever. They're wanting to know who owns what. They're taking away more and more freedom away because of this happening or that's happening. Anytime we get on the internet, anytime we get a book to read up or anything, or build anything, or make anything, preppers are feeling cornered because they feel like they're being targeted for trying to learn how to survive. I say I'm a basic prepper. I don't know how to build pipe bombs. I've not made no effort to learn how to build pipe bombs. Don't want to build pipe bombs. Truth is, if I try to learn how, they're going to tag me. I'm going to be tagged. I want to feel pressured. I want to feel cornered in a situation because they feel like they have a right to come into my home and investigate my home. I don't own a gun. Not that I don't want to. With the situation I'm in and the relationship I'm in, I'm not allowed to have guns. So there's a problem right there. They're penalizing the people in other people's lives because they say they can't have this stuff to defend themselves in a situation like it. So yes, preppers do feel cornered. And more and more of them out there, I think, do feel like it in many, many, many ways. But again, there is positive points. There is many preppers who are turning their communities around and making them think more about things with the cost of living going up every day. Many of the people who was non-preppers has really started on that basic lifestyle prepping, whether they realize it or not, in a community effect. So this is Life Prepper here. I want you to be safe, be happy, bless you all, and just because you feel a little corner as a prepper, don't stop prepping.